In a blossoming summer garden, where wildflowers swayed under the golden sun and the air buzzed with life, two birds built their nest on the gnarled branches of an old tree. The male, with feathers the color of the twilight sky, loved the female, whose golden feathers shone like dawn, with a devotion that burned brighter than the midday sun. He scoured the garden for the sweetest berries, sang melodies that made the flowers blush, and protected her from the loneliness that sometimes crept into their paradise. But beneath her radiant exterior, the female harbored a shadow, doubt. Was his love as sincere as it seemed, or did his heart secretly belong to another? Their days, once filled with harmony, began to crack. "You don't love me like you used to," she whispered one evening, her voice sharp as the thorns of roses below. His eyes, heavy with unspoken pain, met hers. "Why would I stay with you every day if I didn't love you?" he replied, his voice even, but tinged with weariness. Her doubts grew like ivy, wrapping themselves tighter and tighter around her heart. She wasn't cruel, just uncertain. And that uncertainty ate away at her until it became unbearable. One sultry evening, when the sky was ablaze with crimson flames, she issued a challenge that destroyed their world. "Tomorrow, before sunrise, we will meet under this tree," she declared, her eyes burning with determination. "The one who comes first loves the other more." He fell silent, realizing the weight of her words. Then with a soft, almost sad smile, he nodded. "If it makes you believe in my love, I'll do it." When dusk turned to night, she flew to her nest, determined to rise early in the morning and prove her love. But he lingered under the tree, watching the horizon swallow the sun. Fireflies twinkled like tiny stars, and a cool breeze rustled through the garden. "What if I oversleep?" he muttered to himself. "What if she arrives first and thinks I don't care?" His heart sank at the thought. "No," he vowed. "I'll stay here all night. She'll never doubt me again." The summer night grew colder and colder, the wind stronger and stronger. He curled up at the foot of the tree, his feathers trembling as the cold penetrated his bones. His eyes watered, but his heart remained steadfast. He thought of her laughter, her warmth, the way she tilted her head when he sang. "Tomorrow," he whispered, "she will see me here and understand." Meanwhile, in her nest, she could not sleep. The stars above her seemed to mock her restless heart. "I will go early," she decided. "He'll see that I'm waiting and understand that I love him." When the sky turned pale blue, she flew up to the tree, her heart beating with hope. But when she landed, he wasn't there. Her wings trembled. "He didn't come," she whispered, her voice trembling. "Was I right to doubt him?" She sat down on a branch, tears welling up in her eyes, clinging to the fading hope that he would appear. "I love you," she whispered, "even if you didn't come." Minutes passed. The garden awoke, bathed in the soft light of dawn. Something was wrong, a quiet uneasiness tickling her feathers. Her gaze slid down to the base of the tree, where a small figure lay, half hidden in the dewy grass. She held her breath. She dove down, and the world stopped. It was him. His body lay curled up under the tree, his feathers stiff, his wings motionless. The cold night had taken him. "No, no, no," she cried, wrapping her wings around him as if her warmth could bring him back to life. Tears flowed like summer rain. Then she saw it, the single petal he had given her in the spring, lying next to him. Next to him lay one of his feathers, neatly placed as if to say, "I never left. I stayed so you would never doubt me." "You fool," she sobbed, pressing herself against him. You stayed all night to prove what I should have known. I shouldn't have tested you. Her cries echoed through the garden like a heartbreaking song of regret and love realized too late. In love, we often look for grand gestures, chasing after proof, when the truth lies in quiet sacrifices, in staying, enduring, giving without fanfare. We test those who love us most, not seeing that love is not a race to be won, but a bond to be cherished. A heart that truly loves does not always shout its truth. It simply remains, even when the world becomes cold. But if we continue to question it, one day, looking back, we may find only memories of the place where the soul once was. Trust before you doubt. Hold on tight before you let go. Because sometimes, when you finally see the quiet love that was always there, it's too late to hear its song again.